can notice something slightly different about me today. Can you see it now? Yes, I have my natural hair out for the first time in like ever. I grew up with relaxed hair, so I had silky straight hair and I have been used to that. But then in 2015 I decided to chop my hair off because it was kind of like half grown and half straight and it was just a big mess. So I did the big chop and I was bald. Not really bald, but my hair was very short. And since then I've just been wearing my hair in weaves and wigs and braids, just protective styles to maintain the health of my hair, because growing up I just did too much to it, like color it 2 times a day, straighten my hair, like chemically perm it, just every damage you can think of. And so since being in Korea, it helped me because I'm not really a natural person, and so I wanted to maintain my hair, and that's how I've been keeping up appearances since being here. So many people have not seen this and yeah, I've been really skeptical and a bit apprehensive about doing this. So let's get to the point. This video is about my social experiment that I did whilst I was here. And I've been living in Korea for a year now, and I've never had the whole being black in Korea experience. And that's probably because I had like straight colored hair. Most of my hairstyle were inspired by Korean style, and so it looked very blendable, and everyone always like loves every single hair that I did. The biggest leap that I made was in the summer last year, 2016. I did like really long twists, and everyone was already questioning like, well, like, did your hair grow? Like, how do you do the twists and it actually stays? So all my students and my Korean co-workers, everyone was just asking me all these questions, and I just felt like I had to educate them. And I didn't really get any like bad feedback, like, oh, it looks awful, but everyone loved it, and I'd get so much compliments. Everyone just said that it really suited me, so I didn't feel different, if that makes sense. But I feel like natural hair is slightly different to that, because that one's sort of like sleek and maintainable, but this is like wild. As many of you guys know, Korea is quite a homogeneous country, and the beauty standard here is very uniform. So everyone wears the same clothes, has the same hairstyle, like does their makeup exactly the same. So there's a specific kind of beauty standard here, and if you do not fit into those brackets, you're considered different or like maybe weird. You will be stared at, and it depends on your personality how you take that. For me, I know I'm someone who takes things with a pinch of salt, and I know a lot about Korean culture, so I know most of it is not like malice. It's more out of curiosity. I decided to do this experiment because I felt like a lot of people just didn't know my true identity, and I am originally my roots are Nigerian, but I was born in London, and so I was blessed with this beautiful kinky hair, but no one has had the opportunity to see it here. And a lot of my Korean friends and co-workers, I explained to them that I wear wigs and weaves, and they're like, are you bald? Just like, no. And they just can't understand why I do that. And so I tried to explain about my hair texture and to tell them that I do those because it's protective styling to maintain my natural hair. And I just thought this will be a nice way to educate everyone about black hair. At first I was slightly apprehensive because I heard so many stories about ajumas like pulling your hair because they want to feel the texture and see if it's real or fake, and just all kinds of stories about natural hair in Korea. And I guess that was like kind of overwhelming in my mind, but I just went ahead and did it. And first I went out into my town, and I've been here for 1 year already, so everyone already knows what I look like. So even if I change my hairstyle, nobody's going to bat an eyelid. And so I wasn't nervous about walking out here where I live. it was more to do with Seoul because there's so many people in Seoul, therefore there are going to be so many stares. When I got to Seoul, like no one really looked at me strange, and I bumped into my friend and she gave me more confidence, and she's Korean, and she told me how amazing I look. I had my hair out in an afro. Maybe I'll put a photo here. Yeah, so that's what it looked like, and it just made me feel more confident. It's not that I needed like some reassurance about how I look. It's just like when you go out into a store and you want to buy an outfit and you try it on but you're not quite sure if it looks good or not, and then your friend or the staff tells you how great you look in it, and it's just that kind of feeling where you just want that sort of reassurance that it's okay. I usually have my Korean classes on Saturdays, and when I went into my Korean class, like no one said anything. Maybe because everyone there was foreigners, so no one's kind of going to be like, oh my god, it's an afro. Like everyone's from different countries, and those countries are quite diverse. And most of my friends were just like, it looks great. And then on Sunday when I went to church, a lot of people didn't recognize me. Like I had posted pictures prior before going, and so I think some people were expecting it, but my friends were like, they did not recognize me. I look so different, but in a good way. And so I was like, oh. So that whole day I was receiving so many compliments, and I felt so good, like inspired, like I'm gonna go with this Afrocentric look. And I was really
feeling myself. I'm feeling myself.
So that was a good weekend and I felt great. So that inspired me to go to school the next day on Monday with my hair. So today I went to school like this, and my students, I don't know if some of you guys teach in Korea already, but they ask a lot of questions, and even if you change the slightest thing, like the color of your lipstick, or you straighten your hair, it's like, wow, teacher, you changed your hair, you changed your clothes, you changed your shoes. Everything is noticeable, like your co-workers will notice every single thing. And I was a bit worried because I know in Korea people treat you differently according to the way you look. And even though I have been there a year at that school, and my students know me and they're lovely and they love me, but I was thinking maybe they might treat me differently because I have a different hairstyle. Not that I'm a changed person. And so my first period I had grade 3, and I went into the class. I was trying to act normal and cool, like nothing has changed, guys, it's still a me. So I walked in and all the students were like, not like laughing, but it was kind of like sniggering, and like the students were like, tree, tree, like namu, namu, which means tree. And I was like, me, namu? And yeah, well, I did feel a bit like, ooh, but it was fine. I was trying to be more positive and sort of brush it off, because I know they're young kids at the end of the day, and they're just a reflection of their society. And most of them, I'm the first black person that they've probably come into contact with, so I need to educate them. And so I kind of made it more fun. I was just like, oh, are you sure I don't look like a pineapple maybe? And then they were just laughing like, oh, pineapple. And yeah, so I kind of just made it not awkward. And yeah, I could see like the teacher, my co-teacher was like, oh, laughing as well. So it was cool. And then I just got on with the lesson and just acting like my normal self. Like even though my hair's changed, I haven't. I'm still Stephanie. And yeah, nothing was mentioned about my hair after that. We just continued as normal. Period 2, I had the 4th graders, and they know a little bit more, but so I felt like I could explain. So I went into the class and they were really laughing. Like everyone was like, I did my hair, and they were like, shiro, shiro, like we hate it. Some of the students were like, it's strange, and I was just like, oh, here we go. And then I just explained to them, because I know they're more mature, and so I was like, this is the hair that I was born with, and I can't change it. And so they were like, oh, 신기하다, like, oh wow, that's amazing. And some of the students just started to change. Like once I had explained about the texture of my hair and how it's different, then they were like, wow, amazing, I like it. One of the students was like, I like it. And I was like, you changed your tune. But yeah, no, they're little sweethearts and I love them. And at the end of the day, that's why I'm here as a foreigner, to teach the students. And whether it's English or about my culture or about me, like we are all uniquely beautiful and different. The pop culture really reflects on the younger generation, and that's all that they're exposed to. So when something different comes into play, they don't know how to like express it or accept it. And so they know me and they know I'm still the same person. In hindsight, I think that this experience was great because I was able to educate the younger kids, and even though they've seen me with my straight hair, and my co-workers, like, they're always so interested why I change my hair often, and even today they're like, oh, you changed your hair again. I really feel like this is a nice experience, and I work in 3 schools. I think I will continue to have my hair like this throughout the week, even though it's a lot of effort and it did take me 7 hours to wash, condition and blow dry, and to have it like this. And it's, maybe I'll give you guys a 360 kind of like, so you can see how it looks. So this is how it looks. I hope this video gave you more confidence with your appearance here in Korea, and the people are not as hostile as you think. And as a foreigner, I think you should also understand where they're coming from, as well as your own situation too. And a lot of the stares is literally just out of curiosity, and maybe, I don't know everyone's heart, but some people, maybe it's hostile, but I have never experienced that in Korea. And most of the time when Koreans are staring, I just say, oh, 안녕하세요, and then they see that I'm like interested in their language and I speak Korean, and so they approach me and then they start asking 101 questions, and I'm just like, okay, I should have just let you stare. But besides that, yeah, it's okay, and I'm happy. I've never felt like a black person. I've just felt like a foreigner, because you are just another foreigner here. To be honest, all foreigners are just foreigners. I think that's why I stayed another year. Otherwise I would have been out the door in the first year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to do more stuff about being black or black hair, or try to show you how I wash my hair, then just comment below and let me know. And I enjoyed making this video, and I just don't want to come off camera because I love this hair. But yeah, so bye, see you next time.